Hello everyone, I wasn't going to out of box review this, I was just going to show the completed kit. It's one of the super deformed Gundams. There is a specific name for it in Japan, but I don't know it off the top of my head. It's the 00 Riser. This is from an anime from a couple of years ago. The kit, and there's the directions real quick. So we're kind of out of boxing it. It comes with the airplane, which transforms into its backpack weapon boost. Okay, and that can go on and off, so it has a transformation gimmick. The directions are pretty straightforward. It's typical Bandai. You have your sprue map, your head, your body, your arms, feet, put the body together, weapons, and then you have your backpack. Okay, and there it is, all done. You have some stuff about it, and you have the transformation gimmick and how to do it. Okay, pretty straightforward stuff. One of the things I don't like about the kit, stickers. No one likes stickers. And in this case, they're doing stickers instead of parts. Usually on these small guys, they're molded in color, and they do a lot of parts in color. Not this time. What I mean by that, and he's half put together. Right here, that's a sticker. But in most cases, the blue part would have been clear. I mean, holes there. The gold part would have stuck out. Same thing with these two V-fins. They're stickers. Okay? And underneath these bluish green, these greenish tinted domes are stickers. Lots of stickers on this little guy. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. But what I am a fan of is how this goes together. There are almost no nib marks. Every time I cut a piece off and I go looking for a nib mark, it's not there. I have very few nib marks on this guy. Almost none are visible. I am a big fan of this. Here, let's put him up closer. And if you start looking, you really can't see any nib marks. I like how posable his feet are too. They're really cool. Like, they rotate here. No knees, but just the way the feet work is really good. And the head's your typical miniature deformed Gundam. Yeah, and there's a sticker there. No, not there. There's no sticker there. There's a sticker there under another clear part. Okay? Now, this little guy comes on like 5 sprue. There's sprue A2. There's sprue A1. Now, these came stuck together like this. So, sprue A2 and A1. Here's sprue C. Now sprue C is mostly the backpack. Okay. Here's sprue B. There's the arms left. And the nose cones for the arms. Okay. And one sprue of polycaps. Right there. I'm going to come back when I'm done, but this guy's been a pure joy to build. I've had zero complaints about it. It just flows together. Okay? Like one of these should. No stress and nib marks, no nothing. You just put it together and it's done. So when I get it put together, I get to panel line it. And then I have still to panel line Mr. Magnum 00 back. Magnum, not AA, just the Magnum kit. He still needs panel lining, amongst other things, so I'll have 2 to panel line. And the panel lining is kind of enjoyable. Alright, thought I'd make a short review video on this. And when I'm done, I will show off the finished kit. You're going to see a lot of short projects like this, simply because I don't have a lot of free time. Second, I can build a project like this riser kit while my family's watching TV and no one complains that I'm doing it. In fact, Marie comes over constantly asking me what I'm doing, what am I doing, what am I doing. She plays with the pieces as I put them together. She had turned this guy into leg head, because one of the legs will snap in the bottom of the head. And she kept going, look, it's leg head. And he was hopping around the room. Okay. Which was kind of funny. But expect more of this out of me. I got a lot of them, a lot of small little projects I can work on. And something will get accomplished. And that's what I need right now. Instead of a project that takes me 2 months, I can do this in an evening. Free up some space in the hobby room where the stash is, because most of you have seen this. I got a huge model stash. It's worse than a hobby shop in a lot of ways. Better sci-fi section than most hobby shops. Okay, I gotta free up some room in here, especially since I'm still buying them. All right, we'll talk to all of you later. All right, everyone. We're talking about doing panel lines on the Gundam kit. And this applies to other things, like that panel line around there, the little airplane, spaceship, booster pack, whatever this you call this. You can see I've done the panel lines on there. They're a little on the dirty side. They're not quite even on this side, but I'll fix that. It takes the toy look away from it, and that's in part why I want to do this. And here's an example of, let me get this off here without breaking it, hopefully. Here's an example of why you do it. This one, no panel lines. This one, panel lines. Gundams have panel lines. They're very distinctive, and you can see them. And you can see the difference between these two very readily. Okay? Now, there's many different ways of doing the panel lines. What I used to do is micron markers. Okay? These are archival ink. You get some pretty fine tips on them. Okay? Making sure you can see that on camera. You barely can. I'm off camera over there. You can barely see that. They come in different colors. Like that's blue. That one's green. This one's purple. And you can just sit there and draw on the panel lines. This comes off with turpenoid. So if you make a mistake, you get a Q-tip with turpenoid and just rub it off, and it's gone. These were my preferred go-to method for doing panel lines. Now, like a silly person, I bought some of these. It comes with a panel line marker. It's an oil-based panel line marker. Okay, let me get it out of this little case. You'll understand why I say silly person. There's a video that'll be a little while that I will put up on it, and it will explain those. It's for the Hydra Gundam. Anyhow, this is a water-based marker. You can draw it on and wipe it off. That's how I did the panel lines on this leg. This is the Hydra Gundam. Okay? And I used the chrome pen for the engine jets. The chrome pen looks really good on this. And it looks so good on the foot because I didn't get the seam line perfect. But the panel lines look kind of okay with the marker. I don't like them. They're far dirtier. But then again, Gundams are too toy-like and all that dirt helps. So this isn't too bad. It's just the micron pens are way better. Okay. Up next. Let me put his leg away so I don't lose that. I bought a Gundam tool set. Again, this will be on the Hydra review. Okay, it'll be talked about on the Hydra model. Oh. It comes with a marker pen. This one's oil-based. Okay, set of tweezers, a file, and nippers. Now the nippers are actually pretty good. Okay, and quality nippers cost some money, so it's getting free tweezer, free file, and with the nippers is fine. A nice case to carry it in. Ever go traveling? Well, I can take a Gundam model box and this. And for the most part, I can get a lot of things done. So I don't mind that, and it wasn't all that expensive. What I've been doing lately, though, is this. I'm going to bring it up there so we can see what it is. Alright, I tested this on a piece of sprue before I used it, and it worked really well. So I decided I'm going to use this on the Gundam kit itself. Now, let me zoom in a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. I want to work on this one, so I'm going to keep my finger on it so I know where it is on the camera. Okay, I've got some Q-tips here. They're cosmetic quality. You take this stuff, you find your panel line, you want to put it on, you just tip it, touch it. And the capillary action just sucks it around the panel line if it's the right kind of panel line. And you can see it still keeps going for a little while. Sometimes you have to hit it a few times. And that's where the Q-tip comes in, because I get a little extra on there. I take the Q-tip and I carefully wipe it off. It'll leave it a little dirty looking and some streaks, but if you do the streaks correctly, it'll look actually right. Okay, I don't like how this cleaned up, so I'm going to hit it again. And then clean it up a little bit. And it's still not cleaning up perfect, but it's cleaner. Alright, and this I like. The micron markers I liked. Don't get me wrong. But there's something fun about touching a part of the model and watching that stuff just suck itself around the edges. There's just something really fun about that. And then you clean it off. And it leaves pretty good panel lines. That's the impressive part about this. Okay? Pretty good panel lines. Now, we got a good heavy recess in here. And I just put some in the recess. Alright? Now, the reason I do that is it just darkens it. And as long as you don't get any outside of it, it's fine. And this method is quick. Now, will it hurt Bandai plastic? Again, I tested on a piece of sprue. And I've been going through and panel lining this thing. And again, these were done 2 days ago. It looks pretty decent. Okay, and then we got the plane thing, which I showed you a little while ago. And both these attach on the plane thing. They're the wings for the plane. Like this. I'm not really going to panel line the underside because, well, it's pretty obvious. There are no pieces on the back of that to hide it. But I can panel line the arm support, so let me do that real quick. Touch it right. The shaking came from the surgery, which is annoying. And sometimes you got to help it. But again, when you're careful, the help goes away. And there we go. That looks a lot better than it did beforehand. So turn it over, hit the other side. And as little of this as you're using when you do this, I suspect this bottle is going to last a really long time. And I do mean long. All right there. There we go. Quick, easy panel lining for Gundams. Okay? And again, it's the Tamiya accent panel line colors. And it's made for this. And doesn't seem to hurt the Bandai plastic. I haven't got it near a polycap yet, so there could be trouble when it hits a polycap. But for right now, it's doing a good job, and I'm going to keep using it. And again, it doesn't seem to be hurting the Bandai plastic in the least bit. And I did try it on a test sprue first. And it does leave it dirty looking. Now, one way to fix the dirty looking, the direction of motion is this way. Okay, let me orientate it. It's this way. This is forward. So what I could do is take a little bit of this panel line color. Just put some right there. Okay, and just start streaking it back like this. Now that leaves some streaks that are going in the direction of travel. Okay, and if I do the same thing over here, just put a dab. Start streaking it back towards the back of travel. It gives a little bit of weathering to it. I mean, it's not perfect, but there is some subtle streaking there and some subtle weathering that'll take the toy-like appearance right off of it. And that's your goal here, is to make it not look like a toy. Because a lot of Gundams just look like toys to some people, and that's why they don't like building them. Plus, they're snap kits. We don't want to build no snap kit, right? Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you want to build something and haven't in a while, get your mojo back, pick the right Gundam kit, and they're fun. You can weather them. You don't have to paint them. So if you want to skip the painting step, you can with these things. Okay? And that's why I build them a lot. I build them whenever I'm not feeling like getting the airbrush out and doing some paint work. Because sometimes I just don't want to. Sometimes you gotta. And don't wanna. And from the smell of that thing, I think Turpenoid would work well with it. I think it's enamel based. I can't tell. It's telling you everywhere. It's mineral spirit, so it is probably enamel. Okay? It doesn't say on there for sure, but it's probably enamel. Now, if you don't want to use that, there's also this one. Okay? Mr. Weathering Color Filter Liquid. They come in different colors. I haven't gotten the black one in yet, but watching Greg, Steve the Fish, he was using this stuff on a Y-Wing, and it was great. So I ordered some. I'm missing like 2 different colors right now. I'm missing the black and the thinner. Okay? I bought a lot of it because I could see being able to use weathering on this real quickly. Like putting some of this green around the shoes on a Gundam so it looks like it's been stomping through the woods. And just giving it a light green hue around the feet. And it works the same way as this stuff. And this does come in different colors as well. The Tamiya. So you got Mr. Weathering Color and you have this. I'm not sure, but Mr. Hobby right here should not harm your Gundams. They make Gundam paints. So they know what that plastic is. Alright. Quick tutorial on doing panel lines on a Gundam. The Micron markers work great. This stuff works great. The Gundam markers, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't bother with those things. Don't buy them. If you're ever curious, don't buy them. I bought them for you to see how horrible they were. Now we know they're horrible. Don't use them. Okay? I even got this one done. And it does take the toy look off of it and it leaves some random smudges here and there, which helps. All right, I hope you enjoyed.